There we go. That's a much better performance from the Toronto Maple Leafs. As the Leafs head into Toronto looking to end their losing streak, and they did just that. With that, the Leafs win 5-2 over the Philadelphia Flyers, and they now improve to 5-4-2 of the season, starting off October on a good note. Starting pretty good. I mean, look, the Leafs had gone through a long, bad road trip. The only win you had was against Winnipeg. You only got the 2 points, but then you lost in overtime to the Sharks and Ducks, which shouldn't have happened. And of course, thus, boy, you've got like four out of the 8 points, out of the 10. Yeah, out of 10, and that wasn't good. Like especially against teams that you should have beaten. It didn't feel like it. And then, of course, you head back to Toronto, taking on the Flyers, who were, by the time before the game started, had lost their one game against the New York Rangers in overtime, 1-0. So they're playing on a back-to-back. We don't. So you feel pretty good about yourself. You got to beat against the Flyers because, come on, they're Philadelphia. What do you expect? But let's get this game out of my chest. All good so far. First period was nothing but back and forth. I mean, we get the power play not once but twice, but then the Flyers kill off a penalty, and then they get the power play. No way, that wasn't good. And then of course it was all back and forth until Joel Farabee scores his third of the season at 13:09 with Travis Kornicki and Travis Sanheim with assists, and you're down 1-0. And look, you don't want to be down 1-0. And that wasn't great because I'm like, oh my god, we're down 1-0. That is not a good effing sign. Because we're taking on the Flyers. Like, come on, it's Philadelphia. What do you expect? What doesn't help is that even if we're down 1-0, it's gonna kill every momentum. It's gonna kill everybody. If they get destroyed, that wouldn't be good. If the Leafs get destroyed, that wouldn't be good. If the Leafs get shut out, that wouldn't be good as well. But then of course the Flyers get a penalty, and the Leafs go on the power play, and thank Lord, you know who scored? It is none other than Austin Matthews. He scored his 4th goal of the season. Finally, he scored. I mean, Matthews scored his 4th goal of the season on the power play, assisted by John Tavares and Mitch Marner at 16:40. So just like that, the game is tied at 1. Feeling pretty good about yourselves, right? Well, with 18:33, John Tavares scores his 5th of the season, assisted by Morgan Riley and William Nylander. And just like that, that tie game you have is now a 2-1 lead. Feeling good about ourselves because, hey, we want to win. We have this game on the line right now. And look, we don't want to fire Keefe if we lose this game. If we lose this game, we fire Keefe. But no, we don't need to do that right now. And at the end of the first, you're up 2-1. Samsona made some saves there and there. And it's a 70-6 shots on goal, 17-6 Toronto. So feeling good. Toronto's feeling absolutely good with the shots on goal. Second period was, back and forth. No score in the second. So we try to get some goals. We try to have some good shots there, but you just couldn't find a beat. You just couldn't get the job done. So it's still at the end a 2-1 Leaf lead after 2. Shots on goal 13-9. 13-9. That is unbelievably at the end of the second, you outscore the Phillies 30-15, and that is a good way. And in the third period, we rocked them, baby. We rocked them. Anston Reese scores his first goal as a Leaf and his first goal of the season, assisted by Dennis Malgin and David Camp with 2 minutes and 49, and you're up 3-1 with a quick blink of an eye. I mean, there was some close saves with the Leafs with Samsona. I mean, like, oh, the Flyers were on the breakaway, and Samsona says, "Nope, not in my house, buddy." So feeling good about ourselves. The problem is, oh god, a power play, really? I didn't expect a power play for the Flyers, and of course, Leafs go on the penalty. Yeah, they get absolutely crushed. I don't know where to begin with that. I mean, the penalties weren't great; they were just terrible calls, but I wouldn't take care. I wouldn't be mad about it. And Owen Tippett scores on the power play with 7:01, assisted by Travis Conakry and Scott Langton. And like, this is the same song and dance we have to go through since when we were up 3-1. Yeah, that's not good. That is definitely not good. Because the last time that happened, let me just go back to the last game we lost. I mean, we were up like 3-1 at this point. What game was it? Oh yeah, that 4-3 loss to the overtime loss to the Ducks. I mean, Calvin Jerome scores shorthanded in that game, and then Zegras scores again his fifth goal of the season, and yeah, there goes your 3-1 lead. However, with 12:42, John Tavares makes a spin move pass, or so I thought it would be. Try to shoot. Ooh, but Felix blocks the shot, but of course, John Tavares scores second time in a row. That's his second goal of the season, assisted by Mitch Marner and Victor Mete at 12:14, and they're up 4-2. All right, and then of course the Flyers get the penalty, and John Tavares gets his hat trick, baby. His not only seventh goal of the season, but his third hat trick goal. Actually, I thought it would be his third goal for a hat trick, and his seventh goal of the season on the power play, assisted by Austin Matthews and Morgan Riley with 15:23. That feels pretty good, right? Well, until you get to the fight, that was the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Like, look, listen, there was a fight between Giordano and Flyers guy, and oh boy, everyone's going all over the place. And of course, the penalty, we got like many penalties, and look at that, it wasn't good. Like, look, you don't want to get a penalty, do you? So you got to do what you're supposed to do, and you did just that. You took care of the job, and you know what? One is a win, and I like a win. So at the end, of course, 14-10, Toronto gets the shot and goal, 14-10. Those totaling up to 44-25. You outscore the Flyers 44-25. Philly had more hits than Toronto. 45 hits for Philly, 31 for Toronto. Most wise, power play wise, they had more power plays than we did. But however, there were some that were good, some were not good. So 6 power plays for Philly. Toronto had 5. Face-off wise, Philly won the face-off with 53%, while Toronto had 47% face-off percentage. So, hey, look, it wasn't bad, but hey, it was pretty good. Samsonov had 25 saves against. Goals again, well, okay, 23. He made 23 saves, and he had a .920 save percentage. Felix Sandstrom had 44 saves against. He had a 39 save. He made 39 saves, and he had a save percentage of .888. 886. Pardon me. So yeah, what a night for the Leafs. They beat the Phillies. They beat the Flyers, and John Tavares gets his hat trick. And boy, I want to say this was the best night we have ever had. What a night for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And feeling good. Now, just pull it together, Toronto. I understand you've now won this game. But get it together. Win more games, man. Just build on this. You don't want to lose, do you? No. So their next game is on Hockey Night in Canada, November the 5th at 7 p.m. where they take on, oh, great heavens, the Boston Mother Truckin' Bruins. Yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? So, an original six rivalry. Should be interesting. So, yeah, I'll leave it to there. The Leafs are going to probably win against the Bruins, and hopefully I'm right. Hopefully, because Boston, God, I hate Boston. Well, I only like them in the regular season, but not in the playoffs. But come on, we just got to beat Boston. They're Boston. What do you expect? We got to beat them. So, you know what we got to do? Let's get this rolling. We got to keep this momentum going. There's no excuses. We can do this. This isn't so bad. Let's keep the month of November rolling. Let's get some wins, and let's hope to God that we do well. Plain and simple.